Hello, and welcome to another exciting edition of Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ryan, your host, and I welcome you to my review of Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Yes, we're heading back to the DreamWorks Animation Library, this time with the help of Aardman Productions. Yes, Nick Parks' company. Now, obviously, it was Nick Parks and Steve Box who directed this. Now, if you're not familiar who Wallace and Gromit is, I'll give you a rundown. Wallace and Gromit was a human and a dog. So Wallace owned a dog named Gromit, and they started out with three short films, I should say. I'll run them quick. The one about the cheese, I'm trying to think. Grand Day Out was the first short in 1989. Then you had The Wrong Trousers from, I believe, hold on, let me scratch. Yeah. Wrong Trousers, I believe that was 1993. And A Close Shave, which is 1995, I do believe. Anyways, they started out as shorts, and all three of them would win in the short subjects category. This would also win the animation. The animation would win for Best Animated Movie at the 2007 Oscars. So, with that out of the way, what did I think of Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit? I think it's great. This is a take on the werewolf story, but instead of a wolf, we have a rabbit. So, the movie also stars Helen Bonham Carter and Ralph Fiennes, which would also be Ralph Fiennes' second movie for DreamWorks Animation since Prince of Egypt, a movie I covered, I think this year? Yeah, I covered this year, so that review's on my channel. So, like I said, let's talk about Curse of the Were-Rabbit. So, I'll kind of give you the rundown of this. From the Academy Award-winning creators of Wallace and Gromit comes one of the most enjoyable animated films in years. That was Jeffrey Lyons from NBC. And here's the actual plot. When their town's prize produce starts disappearing, our cheese-loving inventor and his savory canine companion must use all of their wildly imaginative inventions to try to capture a mysterious beast of epic and fluffy proportion. So that's really what this is about. But basically, right at the beginning of the film, we get the infamous Wallace and Gromit theme. Then now we get to the title of the film, and we see a man walking down there of this mysterious creature. No one knows what this is. So Wallace and Gromit are actually a pair of rabbit catchers. I forget what company they are. I'm trying to see if it says on the back of the DVD. I forget, but anyways, they catch these rabbits and that are running the amok in London, where the movie is set, taking place. So they're running amok, and then we're introduced to Helen Bonham Carter, who is Lady Turpleton, and then we get another character named Victor, voiced by Ralph Fiennes. Helen Bonham Carter voices Lady Turpleton. So basically now it's off to the two of them to try to solve this mystery. But they catch these rabbits, and now he invented this thing to put this big giant glass ball in his head. Well, it turns out he accidentally hits from suck to blow, and now he shoots the rabbit, and now he's infected with this curse. So now he turns into the were-rabbit. So at first we don't know, then the townsfolk say this, and now they have to try to solve. So Victor, on the other hand, is sort of like Miss Tweety from Chicken Run. In fact, I never saw Were-Rabbit in theaters. I've seen Chicken Run in theaters, but I never saw Were-Rabbit in theaters. I was going to go see this in theaters when it came out, but I never did. This is also my third viewing of the film. I actually rented, this was a rental at first. I believe that was a full screen DVD. Then I rented it again on VHS. That was my second time. Now I'm watching it for this channel, for this series on DVD, and I'm watching the widescreen edition. So This movie's a ton of fun. I think between the two of them, I think the chemistry, and you gotta love Aardman animation. I mean, they have that sort of clay-ish, CG-ish style. They started out claymation, and then when the movie came out, they started to mix the claymation with computer-generated CGI, which I think it works well. This is a ton of fun. Now, actually, there's a short film that I did watch called Stage Fright, and though that was really bizarrely weird, but it was pretty good. But if you want to see that short, and it's basically just a stage, a circus, and has to deal with ghosts. So that's really that short. But if you do want to see what I rated that short, you can head to my letterbox. I just posted that rating of that short. So as I said before, I don't rate shorts on my channel, but I kind of want to let you know I did watch that. It was good. Like I said, if you want to see the rating, just head to my letterbox and you can see what rating I gave that. Now back to Were Rabbit. I think the movie is a lot of fun. I think the chemistry between these two characters, and I love the idea of the Aardman has that style similar to how, notice how Aardman has when their mouths move, it has that weird like explosion, their mouths expose pretty big. That's what I should say. It has that same style that Chuck Jones does with his style and animation. Whenever you see like eyebrows go down, you know it's a Chuck Jones cartoon. When they're angry, you know it's a Chuck Jones cartoon. And that's what I especially love about Aardman. They have that style. Now Aardman did their third movie for DreamWorks, and that's Flush Away, which I do have that, and I do plan on covering that on the channel someday down the road. But yeah, this is a ton of fun. I think the chemistry between Wallace and Lady Turpentine, I think that's her name is. And I love the antagonist, Victor. I thought it was Peter at first, but it was Victor. And Victor is he's a complete dirtbag. I mean, at times he wants to go after this were-rabbit, so he'll just be locking and loading and hunting the were-rabbit down. But then times Toupee will go flying in there. I love the idea of the rabbits. There's a character where has Gromit's voice, and he basically dressed up like Gromit, who enjoys cheese instead of usual. When the times where Gromit's like doing this with the legs like that and just dancing is so creative. I love Gromit the dog. Now, I'm not a dog person, but Gromit is just so likable. And that's what makes him unique. I like that he's silent than any normal dogs that talk in cartoons. Than the cliche of an animal actually speaking. I like how they kept him silent like a regular dog, but have him on like 2 feet instead of, sometimes he'll be on 2 feet, but also be on 4 feet as well, like a normal dog. So I think really that's really about it. I'm trying my best not to make these videos as long as it is, but whenever I praise a movie, I just praise a movie if it's a movie I like, I'm going to keep talking, I'm more rambling, but I love tackling the DreamWorks library, the DreamWorks filmography, and Wallace and Gromit is, would I say this is my favorite DreamWorks animated movie? That's stretching it. It's going to be hard. I someday on the channel want to do like a top 10 DreamWorks animated movies. I didn't watch all of them, so I couldn't say like a 10 or like 20 best and 20 worst, because I don't know. I still love Over the Hedge. I still like all the other DreamWorks animated movies. Shrek will always be my all-time favorite movie from the studio, and I do plan on covering the original Shrek on the channel. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough list. I'd probably say Over the Hedge is somewhere in my top 10. But Wallace and Gromit is like in the top 5, or who knows. But yeah, I think I stressed this. I think that's all I'm going to say about the film. Is there any flaws I could say at the film? No, not really. There are like zero flaws with the movie. I haven't found. I wasn't bored. I did like the fact with Gromit and Victor's dog. They're like flying in the plane and they're trying to find more quarters. They go to a carnival and they're trying to find more quarters. So they hand the thing back and they're trying to find a quarter, and then the dog finds a quarter, not Gromit, the dog. And then he goes out and he starts screaming, which is the only time you hear the dog talk. Although when Victor gets freaked out over the were-rabbit, the dog's trying to come in, and then Gromit's like, they're just, oh man, it's such a hoot. I didn't realize how it ended. It's been forever since I've seen this. Like I said, I haven't seen it since 2006, and since it was a rental. So that's about it, guys. At the end of the day, Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit is a must-see. I figured it was perfect for this vacation review week to talk about a film that I haven't seen probably since it was released onto DVD in 2006. So like I said, I rented it a couple times. Now I haven't seen this in years, probably since 2006. But yeah, it would have been fun to see this in theaters, but oh well, what can you do? But still, this is a must-see. Will this make it on my 10 best list at the end of the year? Probably not. I've already seen this before. Any movie I've seen once, I cover it on the channel, unfortunately is probably going to be disqualified, even if I give it the highest score as possible. When I covered a movie like Road to Perdition, that one I've seen it dozens of times, and I kind of don't want to, because if I put something I've seen many times, then I'm cheating. Sometimes I'm going to let it slide, maybe throw it in an honorable mentions, but we'll see, guys. We're not, like I said, we're not at the end of the year, so I'm starting my 10 best list. I just started this morning, so I think that's going to be about it. So yeah, check out Curse of the Were-Rabbit. It's definitely a fun movie. So let's go ahead and rate this, guys. I'm going to give Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Once again, guys, you obviously know what this is going to be. An automatic 5 out of 5. I just think this is one of the best that DreamWorks Animation's put out. And I was very happy that this won in the animation category, which gives Wallace and Gromit 4 Oscars in total. 3 for the shorts, and the feature film getting an Oscar. It definitely deserves what it is. It's a ton of fun. My uncle bought this on DVD, but I never watched it with him, so I rented this, like I said, I rented this at my local mom and pop rental store, but I haven't seen it ever since. But I think the performances are good for what they're given. But I really think that I love the animation. I like the idea of them being rabbit catchers in just a simple, let's just go on an adventure. Let's go to the moon and get cheese. Instead of the trousers, to meeting the penguin and Shaun the Sheep. I think they do meet Shaun the Sheep. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, check out Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit. It's definitely going to be a new Halloween favorite. And if you're getting ready for the spooky season and you want to watch something for Halloween, check this movie out. It's a ton of fun. And I think the chemistry between these two characters, they're just so likable. And I can't praise it that much than to give it that score. So that's my review of Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do like the content on the channel, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, ring the bell to get all my video notifications so you don't miss a single video on the channel. I'm also on Letterboxd, guys, so you can check out what I rate the movie before I go ahead and upload the video. But I also have tons of stuff on the channel. I've already said that in previous videos, so I'm not going to say it again, guys. Just head to the channel. Tons of content on there. And yeah, check out Curse of the Were-Rabbit, guys. I'm telling you, it's a fun movie. It's definitely a movie to watch before Halloween or during the Halloween season. So I thought, yeah, let's go ahead and do this movie to get myself prepared for the spooky season. And I'm excited for coming up in October. But we're not even there, guys, yet. So we'll see. So check this movie out. Wallace and Gromit are definitely two characters you want to join on this adventure. So that's it, guys. And as always, keep watching those Universal movies, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.